So you're all set for your interview. You've arrived in plenty of time, and then your interviewer calls you in to the interview.
Head up, Michael, don't slouch.
One of the key things to remember is non-verbal communication is really important. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you look, how you present yourself. So first of all, make sure you stand up and shake hands, if that's possible. Maybe we're in a time where you don't have to shake hands, but be guided by the interviewer. The other thing to remember is that you smile. You may look nervous, or you may feel nervous, but it's important to smile and look confident even if you're not feeling it. The interviewer will know that you're likely to be nervous and they will take that into account. But smiling is really important. Wait for the interviewer to tell you to sit down, take your seat, and then you'll start answering the questions. So your body language is really important. Make sure you're sitting up straight, not slouching, not crossing your arms. Maybe put your hands on your knees just to make sure you're not going to be slouching, or you're not tempted to take on incorrect body language positioning. So that's really important, but also eye contact. When you're being asked a question, make sure you're giving them eye contact. It might be two people interviewing you, look at them both, or in particular, look at the person who's asking you the questions. And when you're answering the questions, again, make sure you're giving eye contact. It's difficult for a lot of people, but it's really important. And just generally look interested, lots of nodding of your head and looking really confident when you're there for your interview. Make sure you give good, full answers to the questions, so not one-word answers. Make sure you're clear in your answers, but also make sure you're not talking too much. And when you're trying to answer a question, if it's a tricky question, don't be afraid to pause. Maybe say, okay, let me think, that's a tricky question, just to fill in the silence. But don't rush into answer and then you're in a position where you're thinking, actually, I don't know what I'm going to be saying next. So it's really important that you pause to think. That is totally fine. And don't be put off by the interviewer taking notes when you're talking, because they just need to remember what you're saying. So they may not be looking at you when you're giving your answer, but make sure you're still looking at them and don't be put off by the notes they're taking. And certainly don't try and read the notes they're taking as well. And then when it's all over, make sure you finish, say thank you, and again, be polite. And remember don't forget to ask questions if you have any questions to ask them at the end as well. There may not be, but that's fine. But do think about questions in advance. So that's how you can hopefully perform at your best during a job interview.